So where does the investigation go from here? Joining us right now is former Boston Police Commissioner and Fox News contributor Ed Davis joins us from Boston. Commissioner, good morning to you.
Morning, Steve.
Just like the Boston bombing, this guy used Christmas lights, sugar, and batteries. Can you explain why Christmas lights are used?
They burn very hot, and if a charge is, even a 9-volt, a small charge, is connected to the filament in those lights, it's enough to set off an explosive, and so they use it as a detonator, actually.
And that's what they used up in Boston as well. The Commissioner of New York had a warning, essentially, for the people of New York today on Twitter. It was what, Ed?
Well, he spoke about engaging the public and getting the public to cooperate with the police more often, to really tighten up their surveillance and to help them identify any suspicious activity. It's a situation now as we go into the Christmas holidays that this threat is very real, and we have to be on our toes. He's asking for help.
Sure, if you see something, say something. But yesterday was the coldest day of the winter so far. Everybody in New York City was wearing a big coat. You couldn't tell that the guy had a bomb under it.
Right. There are some things we're going to miss in a free society. We're not screening people getting on trains or subways. We can't do that right now. But, you know, if someone had seen him at his place of employment putting that bomb together, if someone had seen him as he entered the train looking around and acting suspiciously, and it triggered something, those are the kind of things that we need to hear. The police want to hear that. People think they're bothering us. That's not the case at all.
That's right. Apparently there was a big blow-up at the guy's house in Brooklyn on Sunday night. A lot of yelling and screaming. That's what the neighbors are telling the police now. It's, of course, too bad they didn't mention it then. I want to ask you, though, apparently he has told police, Ed, that he was triggered as he was walking through this subway tunnel, this walkway, because he saw all of the Christmas posters, and that reportedly reminded him of ISIS's threat that we're going to visit New York City before Christmas.
Right. Anything can trigger these guys when they're on a fringe like this. It sounds like this guy had real attitude problems around his home and his neighborhood. So he's just an angry man that has seized onto this philosophy. It's amazing to see what triggers them.
One of the things, since we are talking about potential terrorism here in New York City, one of the things that your friends in the community, law enforcement, are worried about, drones. Explain why that is something we need to worry about.
Well, drones have been utilized in Syria and Iraq in attacks there to basically drop hand grenades on troops. As the technology becomes more reliable and the payload becomes larger for these devices, which you can buy easily on the internet, the problem is that we have nothing in our arsenal to stop them from coming in. So it's really a problem. There are some companies working on drone technology to try to seize them and capture them, but right now we're very vulnerable. And since they were used in the theater of war, we expect that they may come this way. Security people are very nervous about this right now.
Sure, something else to worry about. All right, Ed Davis, former Boston top cop. Sir, thank you very much for joining us today from Boston.